Derivatives trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results.
So stressful when the world's on fire. Good God. I can't look at this, guys. Like, my strategy is you buy it and you hope that you gotta get spotted. Yeah, but we all think you're crazy. You don't fight this. No way. The markets are freaking out and you don't think that anything is wrong? Come back tomorrow and I'll lose it all. Should be fun.
Good morning, everybody. It is the 5th of July, which is a holiday in the United States. Normally it's the 4th of July, but because that happened on a weekend, we have a holiday. So today we get an opportunity to do a little bit of programming and research. So I got a number of things. I think that we're probably going to end up spending most of the time on our risk management center. So we'll be working on an add-on, NinjaTrader add-on that we worked on last holiday. But then, if we get done with that, I have some other things to look at. Might get into, I really want to do a treasury modeling project, which will probably be outside of NinjaTrader. So that could be fun too. I don't know. Do we even got anybody watching? Well, we have a few of you guys watching. I don't expect there to be very many viewers today because, people in the U.S., it's like a holiday. It's not like it's kind of a throwaway holiday that nobody cares about. No, it's like a holiday that like, y'all not going to be doing anything today. So, now with that said, there is a reason to be trading today because OPEC is just completely fallen apart over the weekend. So there is a disagreement between the UAE and Saudi Arabia. I'm going to give you like the long story out here on this, just in case any of you actually do end up trying to trade it. But basically, when they made the agreement last year to cut oil production, because remember that like the pandemic looked bad, but then it was like oil collapsed. And that was when the markets like really, really fell apart. US markets really, really fell apart, right? Well, the agreement was based on baselines. They basically said, here's how much we're producing right now. This is going to be the baseline. And then they all agreed to cut a certain amount from everybody's baseline. Well, the issue is that the UAE's baseline is like really, really low. It's like 1.8 million barrels per day, billion barrels per day, something like that, right? And so they don't think... They think basically that the baseline should be changed. So they are not on board with just leaving the agreement in place for another 6 months or whatever. They want, to just do a rise or whatever the deal is. So there's a disagreement between the UAE and Saudi Arabia in particular that is causing some issues. So that's what's going on in oil. So it could be a problem. Like if OPEC falls apart and then you've got Iranian oil supply supposedly going to come back online, although the administration has had a very difficult time getting that agreement to happen. We could see oil decline here. It's kind of funny because it's been one of the best trades recently, but we could see that trade reverse. And if it does reverse, it'll have knockoff effects all over the place. So it's definitely something to pay attention to. But I don't like trading crude, so I'm not going to trade it. Of course, Win is up. Good morning. How are you? Did you have a good 4th? Yeah. Well, you know what? We did. We had a barbecue. My brother cooked the brisket this time. I gave him a video to watch on how to like do the brisket. And oh my gosh, it was really good. It was like you take all of the fat that you trim off of it and put it in a metal pan there in the smoker. And then, when it's time to wrap your brisket, because otherwise it'll take like 20 hours. When you're ready to wrap your brisket, you take the drippings from that fat and drip it on the paper and then wrap it up. And it made such a difference. That and resting it a really, really long time. So it was good. That's what we did, basically. and watched a movie. I would have liked to have come home and played Overwatch or something, but the kids wanted to finish watching the new Aladdin movie, which is just a terrible movie, by the way. So very was not Will Smith's best. So I want to move that because you're getting that little line. Oh, that's too much. That white line on the side really bothers me. Okay, so let's open up Visual Studio, shall we? I cook steak on stovetop and butter for crispy outside. Oh yeah, it really does. It pays off to allow meat to rest for the right amount of time. Now, I don't know if there's like an optimal, because I think that we probably... Oh, what the heck? Something's still loading. Hold on. What is using 15% of my CPU? It may be getting time for like a refresh, you know? Maybe it was just Visual Studio loading. Okay, well, here it is, Risk Center Project. Yeah, because I think that when we ate it, it wasn't as warm as I would have liked it to be. Oh, but it was so good. I have to say, it was so good. Okay, let's make sure to get this kind of all over here. I'm not going to open up NinjaTrader quite yet. I feel like, you know what? I just have like all sorts of weird thoughts going through my head that have like nothing to do with what we're doing. And now I was thinking, oh, I need to say something about that or something, but I don't. Like, it's completely not on topic. I guess let's just check Discord here really quick. PM quietly deletes gold standard tweets. Oh yeah, that was funny. New South Wales. I did see that. Interesting stuff going on with gold, because the basal requirements for it are changing. So it used to be that it only was... If you had paper gold, that was okay, and you could have the highest standards and you could have the most of it or whatever. Now it's only applies to physical gold, so that's going to really affect at least the ETFs. Is there an issue with? There is an issue. So I'm the latest that I'm seeing on Twitter. Where was it? As I gather, Novak of Russia has put a lot of efforts yesterday to mediate between the Saudis and the UAE, but the differences haven't been resolved. The UAE seeks an increase in production baseline on whose basis that the quotas are determined. So as I explained, the issue is the baseline quota. The UAE wants its baseline to be increased, and they don't want to do that because that would... get everybody else to want to increase their baseline. But that alone kind of tells you that like the price is not organic, right? Like if we had a real market, competition would necessitate that they all increase production, and oil would be a lot cheaper right now. So that's what's going on there with that. I don't know what kind of knockoff effects it's going to have on the market, but I'm not going to open it up quite yet. Okay, so I think we need to go to the XAML code, yeah? Bum. Yes. Oh, what is this? Oh, yes, that's the drop down to select which account it does. Okay. So I think that the where I got stuck was that I made this control right here. That's correct. And what it really needs to be is like it should have like a expander. Like I should be able to minimize or expand this whole thing. And this bit up here, right here, there should be another text block. Yeah. Okay, so there's the daily loss limit. And then this should be whatever the limit value that you put in there. That way you can, when you have everything open, you can see what it actually is, right? Let's see here. So when I text equals binding value, like that is what we want. What are you trying to program? We're programming a risk control box system, whatever. And bold red letters. Well, let's not worry too much about all of the little ins and outs of what it looks like. Let's just get all of the little pieces working. Now, I think that there is let's see here. I have to open up the toolbox. Let's see here, toolbox. There we go. I swear, you don't want infragistics controls. I swear that there is, there is an expander. How do expanders work? It's been so long since I mean, it's been years since I've done WPF, so I really have to look things up, right? WPF expander. Control with an expanded view where the contents of the expanded area can be expanded or collapsed. Oh, there was another ransomware attack. Actually, that's worth looking. Well, let's learn about the expander first. But I'm going to put that on my list. Okay, so I can put something in the expander. Expander dash expander. Okay. So I think what I can do here is, hold on a second. I'm feeling my guts are feeling a little icky today. Oh, now interesting. Yeah, there's the whole grid thing. Okay, I think that this should go, the grid should go inside of the expander, right? And these bits should be, now how did they do it over here? How did they determine which part was in, this is an expander. Within this control, all contents will be wrapped at runtime. You may expand or collapse this control. Type more text here to be typed. Jump around and type. Okay. Okay, where do they get that click to expand part? Header equals click to expand. Okay. How to add an image in there. There's an expander.header. Okay. So I think what we need is, first there should be the expander, then there should be the header, and then there should be these two text blocks. And then that should be end of header. And then there's the grid. dash grid dash expander. Okay. And then, well, it doesn't, the markup isn't showing itself, isn't working. That could be a bug, but that could, well, so right there, the header can only be set. Oh, yes, because we have that set right there. Okay, so we can get rid of that. Okay. How about now? Maybe I have to build solution to make that go away. You should teach us how to program hacking phones. Freaking's not my thing. Now it's still telling me that I can only set the header once. Oh, it's because I have these two things right here. Okay. Inside here, this is going to have to be a grid as well. It can only have one parent element, basically. There you go. Daily loss limit. And then the actual limit. Okay, well, let's build that and see what it looks like, all right? Okay, copied over to NinjaTrader. This will take a little bit for it to start up. New add-on, yes. Uzi. Nope, he's probably I would be really surprised if he shows up today. So today is like I'ma sleep in, and I bet you that like come 8:30 or 9, if we go that long, that maybe some of them will see us streaming and pop in, but I'd be really surprised if he was up right now. That guy works hard. Like, you think about, like, his wife has a business, and I don't think that he necessarily works for that business all the time, but then he's been like doing bathroom renovations, you know, like he's got his own stuff going on all the time. That's a busy man. He should. I really, you know, I've seen like Ace and bots, but I've never seen a picture of Uzi. Maybe we need to get Uzi to send me a picture, because I got this like stereotype of a Floridian in my head, like somebody that looks pseudo Crocodile Dundee. You like an Americanized Crocodile Dundee, you know, like with a hat made out of gator skin in it. Like that's the. But I'm sure that's probably what he looks like. Oh man. Okay, so now we have the markets open. We can go and look at all of the chaos in oil. Yeah, that oil. Hey, it's actually not as bad as I thought. Oh, that's really interesting. So July 1st was like when they postponed it, and here like we are trading. They are trading, but it hasn't really. That's surprising. I thought that they would be down. Our market's open. I believe so. Yes. I think that it's like a holiday schedule. Hold on. Let's go look. See me schedule it. (2021) Independence Day. Compact Excel spreadsheet. Downloads. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I can close that window. Oh, I also didn't catch that Bitcoin kind of took a little jump, but then came back. Somebody trying to manipulate it higher. Okay, so close, open, halt, markets closed. Oh. Okay, but FX is going until 12 Central Time, which would be 11 our time. So it is a shortened session. And equity, Bitcoin, interest rate, FX, and metals are going, but none of the agricultural stuff is going. Oh, we got Vlad. Well, yes, because Vlad isn't in the US. Yes, 12 exchange time, let's say. Yeah. Okay, so now we will open up our risk center. Okay. Okay, so it is giving me an expander, but it's showing me the grid and not the text that I want. Oh, interesting. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so we got some problems here. So in this tutorial, what did they put it in? They put it a bullet decorator. You can't put a expander.header in there. I wonder if I just search for WPF expander.header grid. Okay, that is going to come up later. See here, he's trying to do the same thing. He's trying to put a grid in there. Binding the width property, blah, blah, blah. Oh, maybe it's just because I didn't put any of the column definitions, you know? Let's try that. And this should be column 1. Okay, so over here in NinjaTrader, I'm gonna skip over to a development workspace. That I just close everything out of that. Hey, you want to see something? I was doing a back test the other day about, okay, what if you do a filter, but you put lag on it, and you can improve the efficacy of these filter strategies by adding lag, which I thought was really interesting. And I tested anywhere from 1 to 10 minutes, and yeah, but you can see only a profit factor of 1.04, so not worth trading. But I close my other workspace. I'll just save the workspace. Here's a close it. And I have to. Well, I have to do something about that. I don't know what I'll do, but okay. And close NinjaTrader. Leave the workspace. So that way, when it starts up, it won't be trying to start up a ton of windows, right? I was learning Java after JavaScript, now learning C# after Java. Oh, that's funny. Well, when I learned, they taught Java. It's kind of weird to think back on because it started out, was it? No, yeah, the first class was all Java. That was the class where really you learned the most. That's really where I learned like object hierarchies and all that stuff. And I think that it was kind of like, they kind of said, well, a lot of people use Java, but I think a lot of you are going to find that you don't want to use it. And that's exactly what happened, because then the next class, you use C#. And I thought C# was so much easier to work with. There's so many of these. So like one of the ones that really I think is hilarious, okay, Cardano, the cryptocurrency. So Cardano, the cryptocurrency, it is like not up. Okay, like they do not have smart contracts in their whole thing running. It's just the currency right now. So it really makes you wonder, how is it worth so much, right? I don't think that that's organic. But the language that they use for it is Haskell. And Haskell was designed to be like the academically perfect language. And it just feels so bad. Like nobody wants to use it. It's so annoying. It's annoying, basically. There was one class in school where you would use Haskell. I think it was the class on like languages, like, writing your own language sort of a thing. They went through how things were done in Haskell, is my recollection. And everybody hated it. Everybody hated it. So for Cardano to be using Haskell as like a really big stumbling block to a lot of people wanting to use it. Okay, Vlad, I think you're sharing your YouTube workflow window versus your normal Ninja. Oh, did he post a link there? Oh, I didn't see him. Oh, Seth. You meant to say me, and you're right. I'm showing the wrong screen. I had moved over to here, but this screen is wrong too, because this screen should be showing this screen. Yeah. Should be showing that screen, but it's not. I should shut down Jigsaw too. I don't need that open. Bye-bye. Okay, I did just build it, so we should be able to start NinjaTrader up and see the changes. It's really annoying. So one of the changes that they're making in the new version of Windows is that it's able to detect the monitors and set things up the way that you had before a lot better. Epic Games has Unreal. You haven't heard me talk about the Unreal Tournament Alpha, have you? I swear I've been talked about it while you've been in the room. Oh man. Okay, let me tell you about this while this is loading. Okay. I was intimately involved in that project from the beginning. Like, I knew about it before it was made public. So, Epic, I was really involved with one of their top community websites. So when they started the project, they told us, and then we got really involved in it. And I went to Epic Games twice during the development of that, and watched it from the beginning. So I remember when the alpha had just been out, and it was like you could build it and run it on your machine. And there was this guy that was filthy rich because he had gotten lucky with Tesla stock. He had YOLO'd on Teslas even back then. It's kind of crazy. I wonder how much money he has now. His name was Araxi. That guy's got to be, you know, 100 millionaire by now. But yeah, so he spent his own money to create servers and created this whole jank setup to make it so that you could play it multiplayer, which Epic Games did not intend or perceive, you know, see coming, essentially. Right. And we played it. And I remember that one week when we got it going and it kind of went viral, and, you know, there was some like 50,000 people or something that played through it. And I had been one of the few people that had been playing it. So like I already had a much better feel for it than other people. So I just sat on that server and just creamed people for that whole weekend. It was fun. And we had a podcast and everything. But then they started to make a couple of decisions that I disagreed with, and they just didn't manage the product very well. And it just kind of died a slow death. It was really sad. It was really, really sad. And then they took the guys that worked on it off, and those are the guys that made Fortnite. So isn't that crazy? Like the people that mismanaged and screwed up the Unreal Tournament Alpha were the same people that did such a bang up job on Battle Royale. It was it's kind of interesting, huh? Okay. Risk Center. No, it's still just showing me, it's still telling me, oh, this is a grid. It's not like it's not wide enough issue, is it? No, that doesn't seem to be it. I like the way it looks. I just wish that it showed me, instead of system grid, it would tell me, you know, I am a, well, whatever. There's still kind of this other issue, which is like when we add different rules, how do you select which one it is? I would prefer that it be up here at the top here, but yeah, I want it to say daily last limit, then the name of it. Anyways, yeah, I was a big Unreal Tournament fan. See why. So that is everything that they put in it. Wait, is it the row is wrong? No. Have a grid with 2 columns in a row. You know, and the weird thing is, why does it show up like that in in here, but not in here? Why does it say, oh, it's just a grid? There must be some other property. I wonder if so sometimes, what's the best way to do this? If you click on this, is it like that? Name expander control. Common content grid, expand direction down. Header is a grid, is expanded. Data context is enabled. Maybe layout, width, height, no. Appearance, text. There's got to be like a property. So let's come back here to this. What showed up upon reading this clever implementation, I realized that this is entirely possible to achieve without writing a single line of code. The trick relies on binding the expander's header element's width to the actual width of the expander. Copy. Okay, well, that is something that we need to add either way. And that goes into the expander itself. Oh, yeah, that would go into this grid that I'm trying to put. It would go in here. Okay, well, I don't know how I feel about that, what it just showed me there, but let's try it. Seth and I both think this is holiday fun. Well, I don't think of it as a holiday fun, but I just, when I sleep in, it screws me up. So if it's not Saturday, Sunday, I wake up, because you have to wake up. 5:30 is early, man. So I really only do it to maintain the schedule, to be honest with you. Oh, my reaction time needs to be better. Oh man, so I play Overwatch, and there are some things that happen in Overwatch that I'm like, how are you supposed to react to that? It's like impossible. And I don't think that my reactions are slow. They're not what they were, but they're not slow. Risk center. Nope. Same difference. Same difference. So he's using a text block. WPF expander header grid. Expander in grid eating space. Oh. Oh, that's so weird. Whatever this guy is doing is freaking weird. No, it's everybody just wants to make the width. Custom header. Okay, sure. Let's try that way. That'll be way easier. Oh no, Visual Studio, what's wrong? You're not responding. Okay. I think Visual Studio crashed. Oh, okay, we're good. Never mind, false alarm. So inside of the header, we're going to try a dock panel instead. Okay, well, that looks better. This is why not very many people develop add-ons for NinjaTrader 8. Like, using WPF is good in theory, and it's probably the best way to do what they want to make it, but developing in WPF is kind of a pain, and especially when you have to rebuild it and then restart NinjaTrader every time. You've got to be kidding me. It just tells me that now there's a dock panel in there. For real? For real? What? So frustrating. Is there a property that I have in there? Name, horizontal alignment. How do they have it? Expander.header. Dock panel. Oh, that's so weird. There must be something about the way that NinjaTrader styles it. Because notice that it's not doing this little circle thing. So let's just try this for a second. Does it work with just one text box, or will it do the same thing and say, oh, this is a text box, and not show me that text? Because if this doesn't work, then I'm going to say it's a NinjaTrader problem. New risk center. Oh my gosh. For real. Do you see that? Do you see that? Painful. You know what? I should turn off the auto connect so that I'm not spamming them. Okay. Technical difficulty. I mean, this is a sort of thing that always happens. And WPF. Okay. NinjaTrader WPF expander. Oh, this looks like my exact problem. Hold on. Let's see here. I'm trying to put a data grid. This is exactly what I'm doing. And that is exactly the error that I get. Thank you for your post. This was 2019. Blah. This topic will reach beyond the kind of support we may offer. Using a data grid may have its own sign language we may not be able to investigate and customize. It's because of you! We do not have any documentation or examples for interfacing. You've got to be... What? We don't know why it's happening. It's because of you. It's not infragistics. I don't think it's the Well, I would not expect that a .NET process that uses infragistics should have issues with Microsoft Framework's applied controls such as a data grid. But it's not even the data grid, it's the expander, right? The matters surround stylizing the WPF object. We do not have a clear case of a bug that we can report to development. Looking at the test example attached, the issue is not present. There would have to be some additional matter with styling the data grid so it is displayed to your liking. What? NinjaTrader. Okay, wait. Should we? I've downloaded this before. Well. See, there must be something in there that says, name me, give me this text based off of whatever, that supersedes the expander.header, but doesn't supersede the header property that you could set up in here. Very frustrating. Is that the only example? Yep. Ugh. Talk about what a bummer. Okay, so what could be other ways to do this? I don't really think that there is. I think that what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go in here and say header equals binding I do have a property for it, don't I? Message consequence value. Public string display. Get. Return. Plus value. Or wait, what is it? Yeah. And then over here in the daily loss limit one, I will override public override string I allowed to do that? Oh, yes, I need to say public virtual string display. Yep, public override string display. Daily last limit. Oh, it shouldn't even be value. It should be... Oh. Okay, so what should we call... There should be the what is the limit, and there should be how much of the risk have we used. What should we call this variable? Used? Should we just call it used? So there's display, there's limit type value, public double value, public double, or let's call it current. I'll just call it current. Return underscore current. Okay, and then we'll put up here double private double current. Okay. Current over value. Message display. Let's change this and let's call this public virtual string display name. And we'll have this one look like all of these at once. Public virtual string display. So we will have this one be similar. Okay, but it'll be like this. It will be return display name plus colon space plus current plus value. Okay, and this bit right here will be return risk rule is what we'll just call it. And then daily loss limit, we will override the display name part. Okay. And then in this control, in the expander, the heading will be binding display. Rebuild solution. So the issue with this use, no, the command copy, oh, because I have NinjaTrader open. The issue with this, the method that I'm using is that I don't think that we'll be able to like color it. You know what I mean? But it'll get it working, at least. There might be some weird janky because I haven't done anything for any of the edge conditions, so it might display a little janky. Yeah, in fact, does not look like it's done like that at all. Done like that at all. Because it doesn't, so right here, it's probably because of that. It's because the current is not being set when it tries to retrieve it. It's just getting like a null pointer, basically. I was like, these edge conditions might cause a problem, but nope, it wasn't. Just that's the very first thing that it tries to do. It causes it to fail. So silly me for thinking that things would like work out okay. It is already 15 minutes past the time that the OPEC Plus was scheduled to begin and no news on it yet. It shouldn't be difficult at all to guess that intensive negotiations are going on. Oh, dang it. Still, huh? I wonder here. So if I just get rid of that part for a second. Boris Johnson's having a press conference, apparently, as he announces plans for Freedom Day. They're going to have a Freedom Day in the UK? Okay, so it's not that. It's not that. I wonder if I can debug this. Attached process. Instead of trying to guess where it's what exactly is the error underneath, can I just risk center, add rule, object, it's an object reference, current account rules, add, new, daily loss limit, exception settings. No. View details maybe. Is there an enter exception? No, there's not. Current account rules is null. Oh, well, that's weird. When does this happen? Oh. Oh. Triple O? Oh my. Okay, that one works. Oh. Oh, I know why it's not working. Continue. Because I'm not connected. Oh, really? Okay, so what are we writing? We're writing a risk control center. Okay, so let's make a note in here. Oh, actually, let's just put it right here. Let's just put it to do. Okay. So that means that if I come over here back to, and I connect to continuum, okay, and now I have sim 101. Except for that it doesn't show me anything in the header. What? Oh boy. Okay, so if I click add rule, God dang it. Oh, no, that won't work. Okay. I mean, something Peter was saying, don't take small winners after huge drawdowns. Something that if you're not doing very well, something that can really help is reducing your targets. But I digress. So now nothing shows up in the header bit. Debug attached process. Okay. Fix that so that it just comes up every time. Okay. Aha. So now, am I attached to the process? I am. And rule. Da, 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 da. Okay. Current rules. Here's the first one. And if I do display, it says daily loss limit 0 out of 1,000. And delete that one huge lost live stream from. Is that actually happened? I'm pretty sure all of my worst ones are on there. So it's showing what I want it to show. This display is showing the correct thing, right? But when we come into the XAML, or in this XAML right here, and we have the expand. Oh, wait, did I get rid of it? Oh. Oh. Well. That's weird. Why did you? Oh, maybe I just got rid of it because I thought it was something else, huh? Okay. Header equals binding display. That was where I thought there was something wrong with my WPF, but it was really because it doesn't work correctly when you don't have an account attached to it. Well, I don't know if the streamer, to be frank with you, if Matt snapped at his audience, he might have had a good reason. Like, I don't know him very well. I've watched like one stream of his. I'd be open to talking to him, but I wouldn't. I don't know. I probably wouldn't go out and reach out to people. It's one of those weird things. It's like, I'm open to talking to these people, but it's like I don't really have any reason to, so I don't go out and like say hi or anything, you know. But he seems like an okay guy, and I've certainly gotten frustrated at you guys before too, because sometimes it's just like people want to push something or say something that is like so dumb or wrong, and it's really frustrating. So I think that every streamer does that at some point. Heard you guys are doing some market hacking here. Something like that. I'm running into this thing again where it's like with WPF, there is a roadblock every step of the way. It's been an hour just to get this one thing to work. And it's because of how NinjaTrader, let me close that. Aha! It's because of how NinjaTrader does things. So I wish that I could have this so that like if it was red, or I mean if it exceeded the limit, it would show up as red, but it doesn't. So, but hey, it works, and you can see it. And when you collapse them all down, yeah, huh? Nope, not too bad. Have you tried running it in Roblox? That's what we should do. We should go and make a treasury modeling tool in Roblox. You know what's something that scares me a little bit? Like, to me, the idea of a metaverse is certainly interesting. I wouldn't mind becoming a metaverse kingpin, getting in early adopter on that sort of a thing, being a trader in a really inefficient market and coming out with a lot, that sort of a thing. But then there is a possibility that the metaverse, like the metaverse, like we think about it from Ready Player One, that metaverse actually ends up being Roblox, because they're like the leader in that space right now, and they're a stock market company, and that's a little disturbing to me. Okay, so now that we've got it displaying correctly, and it actually displays something, we can do the interesting part. Well, is it the interesting part? The part that actually does something. The part that actually does something. Account, item, event, args. E. So what do we get here? E dot. Currency, time, value. I love that. Now that's some interesting stuff in there. Value? Nah, I think that's just like the whole thing. No. Account, item? Okay. So now we need to go into the NinjaTrader, because I forget what this, the method that triggers this all does. Didn't know you could add UI for strategies on Ninja. Well, it's an add-on window is what it is. It's an add-on window. So the way that I have it set up, you'll go to New, Risk Center, and then it opens up this nifty little window here. Okay, over here. Count item event args contains account related information to be passed as an argument to the on account item update event. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So it's telling me that I need to use async and all that. Oh, right, because it should be... Okay, so... let's close all this other stuff here. Except for, I think, this one, right? Yeah. On account item update for each rule. And then do the calculate with the... Okay. So this is where it needs to be doing the dispatch bit. Oh. That's where it should go. So we'll have to deal with that, but okay, but maybe it's not account item update that we want. I'm not sure. Method is fired on any change of an account value. Okay. But then when I come in here, e dot account dot what? Maybe in the other one. So let me open up another instance of Visual Studio. Maybe in the original one, it will give us an example of how it gets to the account. I think it was this one is the one that was the original. On market depth. Instrument. Nope, this isn't it because this is market depth tape project. See, there's a risk center, there's a volume emitter. Reconstructed tape. Maybe it's this one. The OPEC Plus meeting has not started yet, but there is a push from some member states to convince the group that a collective compromise is needed. Maybe they will change it. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, that's the on button click method. On account item update. No, it's just the stuff that they had in there before. The account item which is updated, resulting in the call to on account item update. Aha. Buying power, cash value, excess intraday margin, fee, initial margin, intraday margin, realized profit and loss, unrealized profit and loss. Is there a total P&L? There's realized, there's gross realized, there's unrealized. I forgot which one is which. So what it's going to be is back over to here. On account item update. If E dot account item dot that's not what I expected to see. Hmm. Double account item event args dot value. So in this documentation here, it's suggesting that account item has a bunch of parameters, but then when I do the IntelliSense, it doesn't show me any of those. Right, e dot account item dot, and then I just get like the default things. Equals account item dot, is it just a unrealized profit loss? Something like that. I think so. I mean, I think that is just unrealized plus realized. I don't know. Hold on a second. I need to think about this. So the issue that I'm seeing here is that the total value, the item is going to have to keep track of it. Oh, no, wait. So basically, it needs to be called every time that there is an unrealized or realized. Or I don't know. I need to take a break for a second, right? I'll be right back. Okay. I'm back. I think I got it. The whole thing that I'm sitting here is like, I don't want each rule to have to track both the realized and unrealized profit and loss every time, right? But I bet you that I can go into, so E dot account item is just an account item, enum, right? But what about an account? Does account have like total profit and loss? There's minimum cash value. Okay, so let's search the NinjaTrader documentation for that account. The account class can be used to subscribe to account-related events as well as accessing account-related information. Collection of executions. Oh, you can just straight up call flatten on it, huh? Well, where was it getting that minimum account value from? So that's not listed in the documentation. Minimum cash value. Maybe it is going to make me. Okay, so interesting. Is it still doing that? There's the exception. Apple box can name item value. Yes, it does. It does, in fact. So I should be able to come over to here. And if are we still, yeah, we're still good on time. Super dumb here. Yep, Sim 101. Let's try and trade oil here. Okay. Then if I buy.
Order filled.
Da, 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 da. Oh, you're not going to do anything over here. Should display stuff. and text to the output box. So let's try to trade oil here. And so it began the ruin of our lives, right? Oh man. So I should be seeing stuff in the output box and it's not doing it. I'm wondering, can I debug from here? Yeah, it might not work. Oh, look, I made money. Close.
Order filled.
I made $10. Yay! Did I change something over here? Yeah. Yeah, it's just this. There we go. Build. Rebuild solution. Okay. Make sure that we're on the right binary. Okay. So now I should be able to come into debug, attach to process. Okay. And then in risk center XAML. Oh, I do have the. Okay, anytime that this method gets called, I want it to do something, right? So I would have thought that just taking a position would trigger it. Okay, it does, in fact. Okay. So what has changed? Our excess intraday margin has changed. Cool. Let's clear all these and say E dot account item. Okay. Excess maintenance margin changed. Excess position margin changed. Initial margin changed. Unrealized profit and loss has changed. And that is E dot value. Because I've lost $10, right? Now at this point, if I go into the account, maybe it's unavoidable. Maybe it's unavoidable. Now, the unrealized profit loss that I get is negative 10, right? So okay, so I can probably stop that experiment. Oh no, I lost $40. Oh, isn't that just the way that it goes in oil, though? Wait, why did I buy oil? That was dumb. Well, whatever. Should have sold it. Should have sold it. It did take me out, right? Yeah, okay. So I think then I'm just going to have to come into here, into this risk rule, and I'm going to have two doubles to be private double underscore realized, private double underscore realized, right? Or unrealized. And then we'll set those equal to 0. And then in here, we will say if e dot account item equals account item dot unrealized profit and loss. Then we're going to do one thing. If e dot account item equals realized profit and loss. Oh, it's doing that because I'm debugging. I hate it when it underlines things, you know? It's like, oh, what did I do wrong? Okay. E dot value. Right? Now, if it's an unrealized, you know what? I don't think that I really need to keep a variable for unrealized. There's like a bunch of different ways that I could do this that I could get away with, and I'm just trying to think about if there's like an issue with doing it one way or another way. Because it's if it's an unrealized loss here, right? Then what it's going to have to be is if underscore realized plus e dot value is greater than or equal to the value. Or actually, it's not, we wouldn't even do that. We'll say underscore realized plus e dot value equals current. Oh, sorry. What am I? I must be losing my mind now, because why would I type that, right? So I don't know if when you click if there's a realized loss, is there ever a case where this should be triggering? I don't think that is the case, but maybe it could be because you want to have two different ones. One would be like it won't trigger until a loss is realized, and one is just like a total. You know what I mean? Anyways, so but what we can do is I think that if we're just gonna say when you realize a loss, like it should, if it was already gonna hit it, it would have hit it when it was unrealized. So I'm gonna do it like that. Current is only gonna change over to there when we do the unrealized profit and loss, and then if current is greater than or equal to value, then return false. No. So for that, we should do it the other way around, actually. Let me start over. If current is less than value, return true. Otherwise, return false. Yeah. Now in this one, this bit right here should only happen if e dot account item equals account item dot unrealized or account or account e dot account item equals account item dot realized profit and loss. Right? Am I right? Am I right? Then we do this. Okay. Rebuild solution. Oops. Need to close the NinjaTrader first. Showing violation. Yep. Rebuild solution. Okay. Wow. Half of children in foster care in Canada are Indigenous, despite making up only 8% of the population. That's insane. There's not similarly disappointing statistics in the US, is there? Okay, so one thing I'm noticing right away is that I cannot see. There should be a daily loss limit there. Right? So it probably won't start displaying correctly until I've taken a position again. So let's try it.
Order submitted.
Oh, come on.
Order filled.
Yeah, okay. That's correct. Now, of course, it's moving up now. That's hilarious. No, I'm not seeing. I really frustrated that I'm not getting like the little. I must not have this output window, this little window off to the side. I must not have that bound correctly. I must have screwed something up over there. Okay, because this should be happening. Like every time it ticks. Oh, let's get rid of that one. Every time it ticks up or down, it should do something. Okay. So what is it? It's an unrealized profit and loss. Okay, so does it make it to here? It does not. So we'll do this again. Oh, okay. I'm like, why isn't it updating? For each risk rule R. Okay, an unrealized loss. Step over. For each risk rule R in current account rules, there's only one. Okay. So now it should go into our daily loss limit. R.calculate and pass in the, okay, so now if I step into that, oh, did I put it over here? Yeah, that was dumb. Okay, so this is in the wrong spot. This should always be true. And this is where we should be setting it. Okay. I will close that. It's actually, I'm like mad that oh, why did I take it this way and yada yada yada. But really, I should be glad that it's that I'm that I lost on that trade, because it'll be easier to test a bunch of different types of rules. Uh-oh. Double realized right here. This. Over here. Class. And I will have this realized variable right here. Okay. 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 And now let's see if we get it to stop right there.
Order filled.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Yes. Okay. Continue. And where's my risk center? Oh, it didn't change it. Oh. Oh, yes, because, okay, we got to change something else. Lame. Close.
Order filled.
Yay, made $10. Okay. Over here on this. So I'm changing current. Then over here in, where will it be? In risk rule, I think. Yeah. So yeah, if current changed, then on property changed, display also changed, right? That's why that didn't update. Okay.
Order filled.
Well, I'm not getting what I expected there. Come on. Okay. So it has current is correct. Display. That's correct. So why? Why doesn't it change? Okay, so I know that that is changing, I know that that is changing, right? So if current changes, then on property changed current, on property changed display. Does that have to do with an async issue? Let's go back to stop debugging. If we go back to this control, header binding display. Oh, wait, does it need to be a two-way binding? I think that I have to do it like this. Way up here at the top, I have to say text equals binding I think I say binding path equals display, comma, mode equals two-way. Or wait, there's... What is one way to source? One way, use this when you want the bound property to update the user interface. No, one way is correct. Use this when you want the bound property to update the user interface. Don't save. Let's do some debugging again. And let's come in here and do this again. Am I in a... Oh, yeah, I am in a position. Okay, so it sets current, right? Step into. Uh-huh. I'm wondering here, I'm going to turn auto read on. I'm wondering if it has to do with that header thing again. You know what I mean? Because that's correct. Like, it changed. It should change there. Like, current changed. Display should change. I don't know why it didn't change in the interface. But it should be changing in the interface.
Order filled.
Coming back to this thing. Grid row 0. And this should be binding display. Oh, no, wait. Maybe it does need to be two-way. Or from source. Well, you know what? We can do it this way. We can say, we'll do a test. We'll say this one will be column 1. Say binding display. Let's see here. I think you go path equals display, comma, mode equals two-way. Path equals display. Mode equals one-way to source. This is like really elementary crap, but it's just been such a long time since I've done WPF that a two-way or one-way to source binding cannot work in the read-only property display of type of risk center project. What? So basically, I just straight up broke it. Wait, what? Which one was it? What did it say again? Two-way or one-way to source binding. Okay. Task number 2. Oops. Oh, really? It's like, it's so close, right? It's almost to the point where we could like put it up on GitHub at least. Hmm. Curious. See, it's just not updating the binding. So what it looks like it's doing. So when I come in here and I set current, at that point it should happen. Oh wait, but it might be happening because that hasn't been triggered yet because I'm not in a position. Okay. So
Order filled.
well, now it definitely should have happened. Attach it to processor. We'll just debug it here just to confirm that it's hitting that spot. Yeah. First thing it does is it hits that. Right? And then it should go over here to the risk rule. And it will say, yes. I wonder if this is even being called. It's probably not. See, this is getting called, I bet. Continue. Yep, that gets called. Display. See, that's not getting called. But I bet you that if I close this and I come back and I make a new risk center, that it does. Yep. And current, it says it's 0. So it's only getting called one time. Could it be because it's a read only? One way, well, I'm trying to bind to a read-only property with one way to sources mode, but it seems this cannot be done. I fix this case by setting the binding on the container and not on the flag thingy, but I'd still like to know if it's possible. Okay, option 1. That seems complicated. True read-only dependency property. Okay. See, it's like you make every tiny little mistake that you can make, right? Stop debugging. Private string display. This bit isn't really needed anymore. Oh, I need a semicolon there. Second, oh, something seems wrong. Okay. So we can set display here. And what we're going to do is we're going to come into the daily loss limit here. And we're going to say display equals uninitialized. Right? And then here, we're going to change current. And then I'm going to say display equals daily loss limit. Like that. This bit's not needed. So I'll come in, I will change the display. The display should change right here. The property should change and it should be reflected in the GUI. And then in here, mode one way to source.
Order filled.
Close that window right there. So the gist of it is if it doesn't allow a one-way binding to a read-only property, then I'm just not going to have it be a read-only property. Okay, well, so for starters, it's not displaying anything there, is it? So if I click this, add a rule. Oh, wait, I need to, oops. Have to attach the debugger first. WPF is such a nightmare, folks. Haha. Okay. So, display is null. Value is uninitialized. Continue. Wait, where is this getting set from? Now it's getting set to something else. Where is it getting set from? It happens again. Did I... Oh man, that's really weird. Find all references. Should only find one. Or two. Should only find two, yeah. Oh, you know what? It's probably because I didn't take that out. Silly me. See, this is the problem with coding on Livestream, is that about half of the time you just look like a complete retard. Especially when you're streaming with people that aren't really aggressive coders. Because otherwise it would be like, nope, you missed this, you missed this. Okay. Let's try this again. That didn't fix it either. What the fuck? The thing is just messing with me now. Yep, uninitialized. And then it sets it to blank. How is that possible? What is setting this? What is setting this? Oh, maybe it's because I don't know. Well, okay, so let's just come back over here to this. Is this the right one? No, we don't want risk center framework. This right here. Yeah. Or let's do it here. Okay.
Order filled.
Wait, what? Did you see that? Oh, so weird. So weird. What? What? And I have two of them here. So one is just display and one is one way to source. Okay. So some of this is getting a little weird. Like I've broken it.
Order filled.
Okay. This is a string. All right. All right. And then over here, I change current, I change display. That doesn't make sense either, but whatever. Okay, I'm just going to take these out for a second. Verify that it doesn't have anything to do with that. Also, it's not like a virtual method, is it? Okay. Let's get rid of the virtual. Because that shouldn't be happening. I don't think that it virtual would make a difference, but I don't know. I don't know. It shouldn't make a difference. Aha! Well, one of those two things made a difference. Uninitialized.
Order filled.
Okay, now surely it has changed now. It should be changing, right? And we can confirm that it's being changed by debugging. Yep. Yep. And look, on property changed is getting called. Display. Continue. And yet, this done change. So, two things I want to do here now. One is bring that back. Second, though, is that in here, I have like this invoke async bit. So I should move all of this into the invoke async. An output box. Is that what it's called over in here? No. Risk center .xaml. This thing right here. Name. Oh. It's not working because I'm using data bindings now, huh? Okay, so I'm just not going to worry about that for now.
Order filled.
Okay. Aha, it says uninitialized here, but then the two-way mode is gone.
Order filled.
Interesting. Hold up. So I think that it being a virtual method might have been having some of the effect on it. But it still doesn't explain everything that's going on here, because this is almost certainly getting set. Right? Maybe not. Did I do something wrong here? Why isn't it not? Debug attached to process. NinjaTrader. Hmm. Interesting. So when I put this whole part right here, this is never getting called. It's probably getting to here. Or maybe here. Yeah. Try. Whoa, wait, what? Did it just skip that whole thing? Oh, if output type does not equal on account item update. Oh, okay. I think that this should just be deleted. Okay. Well, that is a completely different kind of an
Order filled.
bug, isn't it? Oh, hey, that changed my total P&L today to be 20. I made money on that one. Yeah. Yeah. This right here is a relic. Same with that, my args equals E. Wait. My args equals I don't think that that's needed. Okay. Reinitialize. Okay. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da.
Order filled.
Oh, and now it is showing me all of the things in the box that I was complaining it's not showing me. Yeah. This still not getting called though. Nor is this getting called. Okay. Oh, wait. I never started debugging. What made me think that I was debugging? It has to tick, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. Okay, so here's where it's happening. Wondering. Oh, display has updated. Can NinjaTrader just not do that? Well, where something changed in there and then it updates in the GUI? There's something that they have set with the threading that is preventing this from working. Like that. That's called. Like that changed. Display. Or wait, let's right here. Yeah, set display is being set. Da 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 da. Continue. It's getting set again. So the unrealized profit and loss updates are coming through. Made $20. It's not updating over here. It's just not updating over here. It just stays uninitialized. Even though the display property is changing, the binding is not updating. And it's not like, oh man, where's the one that we're looking for? This right here. Stop debugging. Right. Like, so we tried 3. There's the binding to display. And there's the two-way one. You can see that the two-way one doesn't display. We're doing it from within this invoke async. I could probably move this, but I like it that it's displaying literally everything. So that's cool. Kind of gives me a better idea of what changes and what doesn't. Did it ever show me a realized profit and loss? Just unrealized. Now if I close this trade, then I should get wait. It doesn't show me realized. Right, there was unrealized. And then I got out. So 2 problems. Fetch. We have not made much progress at all. Well, we kind of made some progress. Like, it's doing stuff, but it is not showing you. QE is not updating. NinjaTrader binding not updating. Dynamic property update in an add-on. That seems like what I want to add a clock to my add-on is a simple text block. It will simply update from a string source in a completely separate namespace. Blah, 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 blah. The SAML code is this. As for the binding, the way the add-on loads the XAML is not a good situation to use bindings because it parses the text of the XAML and builds it into an object. It is not associated with a view model to have any kind of content. Bindings would need to be created manually and would end up being more complex code than just using the object you already have. What a load of shit. Basically, you can't use the bindings because we're lazy. So, why NinjaTrader? Why? Yeah. So, like, in order to change it from here, because this is where the control is, right? Then I would have to change it from within this CS, right? And then I think that the data, where does the binding get set? Oh, because it's all dynamic, so it gets set from within here, right? When we add it in, we add a new daily last limit. That's correct. I could try passing it oh my gosh, this is so retarded. There's so much that you can't do if you don't have like actual add-ons. This is why there's not a lot of add-ons that have been created for NinjaTrader. What I'm doing, it's just too sophisticated. It doesn't. There's got to be a way, but it seems like it doesn't actually support it. Because basically, when something is changing over here, it's not updating this. This only gets called one time, right? Oh, I didn't really test that correctly for us. Let's test that correctly. Okay. So if I add a rule, it shows it plays once. But if I take a position,
Order submitted. Order canceled. Order filled.
okay, and I make sure that this is like happening again. Okay, display is being changed. Yeah. That's changing, but the getter is not being called. It's not seeing the update and trying to change. If you want to use bindings, I would suggest to first explore that in an external WPF test application so that you have full understanding of what it is all required. I know that. You can then explore building bindings manually in that environment to fully understand that. Once you have those types of understanding / tests, you could try to bring it into NinjaScript. However, you will end up using more code / effort by doing that. In this use case, NinjaTrader does not compile XAML, so it is not linked in any way with your code. You instead parse the XAML and pull elements from it that are required. Whoa, wait, what? NinjaTrader does not compile the XAML, so it is not linked in any way with your code. You instead parse the XAML and pull elements from it that are required. If you need to use all of the normal WPF XAML features, you can also use the add-on Visual Studio project, as that would allow you to create normal XAML pages or bindings. Oh, okay. So this is saying when you're doing like within the normal NinjaTrader thing. This is outside of what we can assist with and relies on your WPF / XAML knowledge to do that. This is also a slow development process because you have to restart the, yeah, it does. That is true. The tab is blank only because what I display in it has been blanked in the binding. If I simply omit the binding, the text displays as expected. So it is the binding process that is causing the issue. Yes. We already just demonstrated this is the exact same. Oh, this was not that long ago. Well, April of 2020. Okay, so this person basically sidestepped fixing the problem because they weren't doing it from within Visual Studio. Implementing iNotify property change for WPF in NinjaScript. I have a strategy, blah, blah, blah. However, if I change the value of the underlying property control, the combo box will update. To do this, I must implement iNotify properly changed. When I implement this, property change handler is always null because the data context is not set. Oh wait, that was me. Fuh. This is different though. This had to do with WPF binding not updating the view. That's correct. It works the one way, but not the other way. Oh, maybe this is not a NinjaTrader problem, because I remember having a problem with this before too. WPF 2A binding not working.
Kyo Bertoli says ha 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 ha, hey Seth from past, this is Seth from future, still trying to figure out this S asterisk 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 asterisk.
But that one was slightly different because I was trying to do WPF on an indicator, trying to modify this stuff on the chart. And so you can't set the data context. So there's like a limit on certain things that you can do. Freaking, it's funny though that it's a similar issue. Oh, wait, this doesn't implement I notify property changed? Why didn't I do that? I think that we had this set at one time and it was like problematic, right? Like it wouldn't compile. That could be it. So hold on a second. I just changed something significant. Oh, geez, look at that. You see that? I just erased all of my losses and made $180. That's not what we want. We need a loss so that we can test that it takes you out of the position afterwards. I don't know if we're going to get to that today. I don't think we're going to get to that today. Okay. Good grief. This is getting funny. Okay. This is probably, I mean, I doubt that anybody's going to sit down and watch this on replay afterwards, but this has got to be the funniest programming stream we've done, huh? Okay. Rebuild solution. I just want to see what that did. I don't think it will change anything. Yes.
Order filled.
Wait, that was it? That was the problem? Is that my class didn't have I notify property change set? How did I never have that set? That is so weird. That is just so weird. Now, why is it like a 0.11 there? Because my limit, it should be, it's doing some weird math crap here. right? Wait. So when we come into here, oh my gosh, this is so not. It makes me so happy. Oh, we're losing all of our profits. Oh no. Actually, that's good. All right. Oh, I'm so happy that works. I'm mad that didn't work. Why did I not have I notify property changed for risk rules? That is so bizarre. That might have been why some of the other things weren't. That was really the problem. That's really what we just wasted 2 hours trying to fix. Okay. But then when I come back into this, not here, not this. Not this. I'll close that. Is it there? No. Right here. In the calculate, the value that I get, is it? What am I like doing some sort of weird translation that gives it those zeros? You know, like it's a float and it should be a double or that sort of a thing. Well, it gave me 250 that time. That's funny. Okay, right here. Okay, E. E dot value is this big long number. But what is it? So E dot value is this big long number. Unfortunately, I'm afraid that there's some sort of translation that's going on here that is really problematic for us. And then here again, so like here's the unrealized profit loss bit that's going through. If I close my position, okay, the cash value changes. Oh, gross realized profit and loss changed. And realized profit and loss changed. Okay. No, we're good. We're good, except for that realized and unrealized might be, yeah. Okay, but that's good. And it's good that the realized happens before the unrealized one. But I don't like that. Like, how do I put this? Like if I close this and then I start a new risk center, and what are the updates that I'm going to get? Like I get nothing, right? It needs to send me an update to begin with. So how do I get it to do that? Right? Like it's not going to do anything until I've taken a position, and it's not going to track positions unless I'm already in. Now, well, let's see here. So if I get into one here, all right, and then I will get out of it immediately. Okay. Excess margin, initial margin. And then the first thing that changes is the unrealized profit and loss. And then it does gross, realized, unrealized. Realized, unrealized. I may have to ask the Ninja Trader Forum. Unless there's something in the account. Okay, so we got two bugs that we got to figure out here. All right. One is, why is this value is a double? Well, I guess if it's a double, oh no, wait, my value is a double. This E dot value is also a double. So that's weird. That kind of suggests to me a bug that, well, I mean, I shouldn't jump to a conclusion like that, but that could be a bug, that it's doing a conversion from a float into a double, and we're getting those extra decimals. Or, I'm losing precision because it's using doubles. Okay, but that kind of answers that question, that this is not. Well, it could also be the conversion from the double into the string. It could also be that. So that was the first question. Oh, right. The other question was, here you get like E dot account dot gross. Like there's nothing. You see what I mean? There is an item that would have to come through earlier that doesn't. Well, I'm gonna keep looking here for a second, and then if I can't figure it out, we'll just give up for now. Which is called for each account item update for the account on which the strategy is running. Account item update will be called continually in real time if a position exists. This is to provide updates, yeah. There's on account item and there's on execution. And see the count. And that's what we're just looking at. Cancel change, connection, creates denomination, executions, execution update, flatten, get. If account dot cat get. Oh. Oh, wait. Well, that's exactly what we freaking need. But do we have access to... Okay. So wait, why is this... What did I change here? Oh yeah, I didn't change anything. It's fine. So I think that here within the risk centers MLCS... ha 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 ha. Okay. So we could pass in account. Yeah, we could. And then in daily loss limit, we can say account A. And then we can say current equals A dot get account item dot realized profit loss in dollars. No, not current. Underscore realized. Equals A dot get, right? And then we could say current equals, well, actually let's do double unrealized equals A dot get count item dot unrealized profit and loss A dot get, right? Current equals unrealized plus realized. Boom. And let's see here. I wonder, do we need to put it up in here? I don't think that it should do anything. Maybe if it would, maybe it would do something if there was a problem, but oh, this should be realized plus unrealized like that. Unrealized. Oh, wait, what am I doing? It should be realized plus unrealized. There we go. And then display will equal this. Build. Count dot maybe. This dot. Oh, that's right. It's going to be account selector dot selected account. Right? Oh. There's two places that I create them. One is when I create the normal one, and then one is when I click the button. Okay. Fingers crossed. loss limit. Yay! I'm so happy. Hey, you know what? We can put this on GitHub. Let's do it. I don't know what to do about that bug. That it can't be right. Why does it return to me a value that's like rounded? So weird. Okay. GitHub. I have not made a GitHub repository in a while. All right. We will make a new repository. And we can create templates. That's interesting, but we don't need a template. We're going to call it Risk Control Center. And it will be public. And I'm not going to initialize it with anything yet. Creating repository.
Caio Bertoli says so. What did you just accomplish? I still don't follow. My fault, really. I am doing other stuff here.
Oh, yeah. So what was wrong, if I bring the Risk Control Center back up here, was I had it so that it was initially just saying uninitialized. So the question was, with the way that it works, every time that there is an update to the account, then the Risk Control Center thing will do an update, right? But how do you find out what the realized or unrealized profit and loss is for the day before you open up the window, right? You need that first initial update. And I found that there's an account item in there, and so I pass that account item into the constructor so that it sees what the current realized and unrealized profit and loss is from that account when it creates it, so that when you open the Risk Control Center up, instead of saying uninitialized, it says you've made $50, right? Of course, this display, another problem with this display is that it's showing me 49.99 out of 1,000, but it should be like negative 1,000, right? There should be negative 1,000. So how do you sort that one out? Wait, can I not change it? 1,001.
Caio Bertoli says got it. But what is this for? You implementing daily loss on automated strats?
Well, yeah, it will implement daily loss limits on all your positions. So if this account goes below a daily loss of a certain amount, then it will stop. Essentially, it will. We're setting it up so that you can have different consequences. So we can have it just give you a warning, or we can have it critical. And if it's critical, then we'll have it close out all of your positions and turn all your strategies off. Okay, so it's been a while since I've done something in Git, so...
Caio Bertoli says, is this for your combines?
Well, you could use it. It is intended that the people, I mean, like the primary audience is the combines. But I mean, I'm probably not going to make too much use of it because all of my trading I go through Jigsaw, right? But hopefully people see this and Jigsaw goes, oh, we could implement this in our thing. Let's do that. That'd be lovely. Risk Center, and then let's see here. Do I just do git init here? Okay. Get add readme.md. Oh. Let's make one in there. It has to be all capitals, doesn't it? Readme.md. I will create it that way. Yes. We'll edit it. Put a little note in there. Okay. Oh, okay. It's like, no, you can't do that because there's nothing there. Okay. Do I have... oh, I guess I don't. I don't have source tree on here. That would probably be an easier way to do it. Yeah. No, we'll just do it with the get GUI here. Yep. Oh. And all this stuff. Okay. Just wanted to confirm that I had all the right stuff in there. Get branch dash m main. Okay. And then I'm going to do that to add the origin. Get push dash u origin main. Oh, I have to remember my GitHub password? Okay, wait. What was it? I forgot my password. I have to go change it. Oh wait, I'll try one thing. Did it work? Did it work? Maybe I. Nope, invalid. Authentication failed. Okay. Oh my. These are hard puzzles that it sends me. I'm just gonna have to reset it here. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay. It doesn't want the email, it just wants the username. Wait, is it really 20 megabytes? Branch main set up, blah, blah. Okay, so now if we go to the risk control center, I'll close that, close that. Aha. Oh, we don't need the bin. We don't need the bin. Let's do it from here. CD Risk Center project. Git remove bin. How do you remove? Git rm bin. Git rm-r bin. Git rm-r obj. Now, properties, I think, does need to stay. Yep. Service references. Well, that doesn't even do anything anyways. So. Git status. Okay. Yep. And I didn't make it a .ignore file, right? Wait, does it go in the ignore file location? I do think you do it from here. touch dot get ignore. And then it doesn't even show up there. Vim get. Oh. Okay, and then it should be risk center project slash bin. Or is it dot get ignore? Oh, maybe it is dot get ignore. Is there one for our Visual Studio over here? Visual Studio. Well, we'll do it that way. There we go, and save that there. Wait, so then where did it create this one? Oh, it was making it in the subfolder. That's why I couldn't see it. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's just delete that. Okay. And okay, get status. Deleted all this stuff. And added the new file. Okay. Get commit -m. Clean up. Okay. Get push. Da, da, da. Okay, so now we come back over here, refresh. There we go. Very good. Risk Center project. All of this stuff is in there. Good deal. Copy. So, I should probably make a release too, huh? Okay, let's do that. New. Export NinjaScript add-on. I forget how to do it. You do it. There's a DLL that's created. There is the export as compiled assembly bit. That's not it though. How do you do it? Well, I'll look at that later. We don't have to make a distribution now. Anyways, so I will put that in the description for the 3 of you that are still watching. And we can do stuff with it later. Ooh, and I'll put it here in Discord too. In the put it in the lobby.
Speculator Seth Day Trading says.
That's the latest message. That's funny. And I'll put it in the, I guess it's the algo development. There we go. All right, guys. That's all we got time for today. I will catch you later. Tomorrow. Stay profitable, friends.